Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, fellow patriots. You're listening to the Kevin Jackson Show on KJRadio.com. I'm your guest host today, Liz Matory. Thank you so much for your open hearts, open minds, and all you do for the Republic. I had the honor, blessing, joy of meeting Kevin Jackson at the CPAC conference this last month, and quite frankly, it was an absolute honor. You all have been able to connect with him throughout the years, whether it's through the Tea Party movement or through his radio shows or all his activities that he's done on Fox News, etc. But when you meet him in person, honestly, I mean, I know that he didn't get me to, co-host and talk about him, but I just wanted to kind of let you know how much I appreciate not only this opportunity, but mostly to be able to connect to someone like Kevin. I'll get into more of my backstory and why I am doing this and how I am doing this. But I just wanted to kind of reiterate how rare and how valuable a person like Kevin really is, not only to individuals like you, but to the overall sort of journey that we're all in together. What Kevin has done for me, for example, is to have this opportunity to guest host with him. Is really rare, if anything, especially in these day and age. There's a lot of folks who are out here, all about themselves, and as fellow Christians, it's not us, but it's other folks that seem to only be about, making a name for themselves, and that's it. Obviously, it's all about branding, and it's being able to share your message with more people, but this whole concept of being able to lift as you climb, right now, this is literally what Kevin has done for me. And again, I'll share my story throughout these next few sessions with you, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to, appreciate, kind of like the horse I rode in on. I just really appreciate the opportunity that Kevin has offered me to join you on this episode of his show. So, as I said, my name is Liz Matory. Some of you might be familiar with my random Facebook Live stuff that I've done. And I also wrote a book called Born Again Republican, available on Amazon. I am a convert to the conservative movement. I am a new Republican. I say a returning Republican, a born-again Republican, because as late as 2014, I was a raging liberal, very active Democrat. I worked for the Democrat Party here in Maryland. I live in Maryland now. I am a DC native, born and raised, and I know you can't tell this on the radio. I guess that's the power of radio. But I am a cisgendered identifying American of African descent whose mother is a legal immigrant from the Philippines. So, as you know, for all intents and purposes, I am expected to be a Democrat. When I grew up, in the middle of it all, in DC, going to a place like Sidwell, in a hyper liberal experience, I never, Never, ever expected to become a Republican. I never even thought about leaving the Democrat Party. I know you all are so familiar with this journey, right? Where, all of a sudden you're like, all this stuff is not right. You like I have been working a lot in community. You're going through education, you're fundraising, you're working with nonprofits, you're working in the government or outside the government, trying to sort of fix things, right? So, there's a lot of things that had brought me to here, but at the end of the day, what I have seen, what I have experienced, what I now know, I am literally on a lifelong mission to not only encourage more and more people to leave the Democrat Party, but to at least consider it, especially people like myself, people who have become so frustrated that they know that there's something wrong and they yearn, they want to learn that there needs to be a new experience, a new solutions, and they feel lost. If anything, I felt that exact same way, and whether it's through this, whether it's through my stuff that I do on social media, through my book and potentially new books, I'm literally on a mission for more and more people to know what's going on. I mean, if anything, knowing now what I know it's very difficult. I know that what I've been called, what I've been, blamed as being, I know Kevin is, I don't know if you ever get used to being called, an Uncle Tom or whatever, a traitor or what have you. But at the end of the day, with all this stuff, all this knowledge, all this experience, I know for a fact, and you know for a fact, that whatever we have to go through individually, it is so worth it. And so, if anything, I know that you guys have been listening to Kevin Jackson for a long, long time. But in my time with you, I would kind of like to share with you, how can we talk to folks who haven't made the switch? If anything, we need to share our message more so now than ever before, because we know what the left is capable of. And not only that, we know what we're about to lose. Now, everybody kind of talks about the sense of urgency, and I do believe, that 2018 is a critical year, just like 2016 was. As you know, our President Trump is only one person. And if anything, if we are really literally wanting to drain the swamp and save this republic, we need more and more people to open their eyes and, again, open their hearts and see what is going on. So throughout these next couple of hours, actually, I will share with you my journey, and maybe it'll inspire someone else new to the game, or, the people who are on the fence, so that they can kind of have the courage that it takes in order to break out of the bubble, or to, break out of the pack, because we need more and more sort of brave patriots. We need more because there's a lot at stake. So I'm going to hit you back in the next few, and I look forward to connecting with you and sharing my story and talking about some great stuff. So till then.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.